Alright guys, JH6, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to talk about EDC knife, specifically folding blades. You know, we're going to talk about the smaller blade versus the larger blade. And I'm going to give you my opinion. Now, I'm a big fan of large blades. I think you could do more with a large, bigger knife than a smaller knife. I think it just gives you more capability. But it's definitely some good things about a smaller blade. There's some good things about, bigger blade, and there's bad in each side. So what we're going to do is that we're going to hit that table right there. I'm going to show you some of the knives that I have. I'm going to give you my opinion that works for me. May be different for you, so put it down in the comments what you think. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Alright guys, so here we are at the table, and I got a bunch of knife here, guys. So we're going to talk about bigger blade versus smaller blade, and specifically for everyday carry. Now, I got a Kershaw Thermite. I really like this knife. Very cool knife, I gotta tell you guys. Less than 25 bucks too, and this knife is pretty big, guys. So I like this knife a lot. I got the Kershaw Shuffle. I really don't like this knife. I just did a video on this knife, and I said how much I don't like it. Kershaw Volt SS. I got the Ontario Rat 1. If you don't have a Rat 1, guys, you're missing out. The Rat 1 is an excellent choice. Everyone that has a Rat 1 likes this knife. And again, less than 25 bucks. And I got an SC Avispa back here. This knife is very, very cool. Now, I do have videos for every single knife that you see here on the table. So if you want to see one in specifically, go ahead and click on the link below and go ahead and watch it. So let's talk about the whole big blade versus the smaller blade. And remember, guys, this is going to be my opinion, so it may be different for you. But I could definitely understand why a lot of guys carry a smaller blade. Now, smaller blades are typically lightweight, typically, really easy to use, maneuver for smaller tasks. Typically doesn't carry any weight, easy to carry. It's one of those things that you could put a small blade inside your pocket and kind of forget about it, because they're extremely easy to carry, and a lot of guys want to have that. A lot of guys don't want to have the inconvenience of carrying a huge blade. Some guys just want to carry a basic little blade that they could use in case something happened from cutting, everyday tasks, and that's about it, guys. And I gotta tell you guys, the biggest thing that I see with that is that some people out there that carrying this little tiny blades are forgetting one of the bigger aspects of everyday carry, which is self-defense and probably some type of survival situation. If you find yourself in some situation where you have to defend your life, you're not going to have time to go back home and grab your best EDC knife. You're not going to have time to drive back home and grab your $150 blade. I mean, it's just not going to happen. Whatever you have at that time is what you're going to use to defend yourself. And I got to tell you guys, a smaller blade like this, even though it's very easy to carry, conceal, and all those good things, it's just going to be difficult to defend yourself with. Can you do it? You could definitely try to defend yourself with this, but come on, guys, check this out versus actually holding a knife like this. So again, I could definitely see a lot of the beneficial parts of carrying a smaller blade, but I gotta tell you guys, in my case, as part of my EDC, I'm gonna go with a bigger blade. Alright, so here's a blade that I carry for a long time, and I really like it. This is the Rat 1. Like I said, less than 25 bucks. And I gotta tell you guys, this is the type of knife that I could do everything that you do with the smaller blade. But then again, I could do even more. I could defend myself. If I find myself in that type of situation, check out this, guys. I mean, I got a good purchase. I could slash. I could definitely defend myself with this knife with no issue. And I feel good. I feel that I will have an advantage just because I have a good blade that I could utilize to defend myself. Again, some type of survival situation, something like this, having this type of knife is definitely a good deal. I gotta tell you guys, like I said, you're not gonna have time to go back home to grab your best knife. Whatever you have at that time is whatever you're gonna use. Now, the negative aspect of carrying this type of blade, guys, I gotta tell you, it's gonna be that it's heavier. It's gonna be that it may be specifically the Rat 1. The Rat 1 is pretty bulky and it's pretty heavy, and it may get in the way for a lot of guys. But I gotta tell you guys, if you get used to it, it's kind of like carrying a large or a full size gun. After you get used to it, you're gonna carry this type of knife with no issues. So I guess the question is going to be up to you. Do you want to sacrifice some of the aspects like self-defense and survival just so you could have comfort and carrying a small blade? That's going to be a decision you're going to have to make. But I got to tell you guys, if you find yourself in that situation where you want to have a good knife that is lightweight, easy to conceal, easy to carry, but at the same time it's going to have a pretty side blade, check out this Volt SS. This is the kind of knife that I think is extremely easy. It's pretty much easy to carry, easy to conceal, easy to use, but it still have a pretty side blade. So this is actually pretty almost as big as the Red one. But again, check out how skinny it is versus the Red one, mainly because it's a frame lock knife, and that's one of the reasons why I like frame lock knife so much versus a liner lock when it comes down to everyday carry. So I gotta tell you guys, there's some good choices out there. So my recommendation for some of you guys that ask me questions is don't get stuck in a little blade. And remember guys, this is just my opinion. Don't get stuck with a little blade. If you don't like big blades like the Red one, find yourself a very lightweight, medium-sized blade like this Kershaw Volt 2. And I gotta tell you guys, this knife may be good for a lot of basic tasks, but can also do you well in some type of self-defense. Like I always say, guys, definitely have a firearm, but if you never know when you're gonna find yourself having to use a knife. I know a couple of guys in combat. Well, I know a guy in combat specifically that ran out of rounds and had to go for his old trusty K-bar, and that's definitely not a good thing, but it may happen, so you may want to be prepared for that kind of situation. So definitely let me know what you think, guys. Small blade versus large blade, even versus medium blade. Put it down in the comment. Let me know what you like, and let me know what kind of knife you like. You know, what's your recommendation, and whatever you guys want to put down in the comments. A lot of times you guys put really good comments, so definitely appreciate you guys watching. Alright guys, if you guys like videos like this, make sure you click like. Definitely appreciate when you subscribe to this channel, share the videos, and as always guys, God is in control.